What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out a brand new draw card that just got revealed coming out of our next legendary duelist. This is one of Aporia's draw cards, and by the way, where exactly are the appliancers? Because they're on the cover of the booster pack, and Konami seems to be hiding those. Are we gonna get any information on those revealed, Konami, or what? Anyways, to the card itself. This is High Rate Draw. It's a normal trap card, and your second effect is a hard once per turn on this card. The first effect says destroy 2 or more monsters you control, and if you do, draw 1 card for every 2 destroyed that way. Second effect says during your opponent's main phase, if this card is in the graveyard, you can target 1 monster you control, destroy that monster, and if you do, set this card to your field but banish it when it leaves the field. So I don't usually say this in videos, but I feel like I kind of have to this time because it feels like with all of Aporia's new cards, it's so glaringly obvious. This feels like it is tailor-made for Duel Links. In fact, all of his stuff does. I've actually seen the new Mech Lords be played, you know, the stuff coming out from the next legendary duelist. It is really, really underwhelming, guys. But, you know, who knows? It might be really good in Duel Links, and it just, you know, isn't strong enough to be good in real-life Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like this card, I'm not going to knock it because it's a trap card and it's slow. I feel like the overarching design or the idea that Konami was going for here, it could have been a successful one. My biggest problem with this card is it's just not powerful enough. I mean, you're talking about popping 2 of your monsters just to draw 2 cards. I mean, obviously, you can destroy 4 monsters, but how realistic is that really? I guess technically you can even destroy 6 of your monsters and look to draw, you know, like 3 cards. But again, those are situations that are almost certainly never going to come up. Let's just stick with like popping 2 of your monsters to draw 2. You can really only play this in an archetype where your monsters float upon destruction. That's the only way I could see it being worthwhile. And that would be archetypes like obviously Mech Lords, where this card is designed to be played. You could throw in Fire Kings. I think Unchained would be a pretty good idea. Somebody said something really spicy and they were talking about using this in generators. That one actually could, you know, it makes a lot of sense because you could destroy the tokens. You get the tokens from generator stage for free, and generators is a deck where you could potentially pop 4 to draw 2, and popping 2 of your tokens also really isn't that big of a setback because, again, they're free tokens. The problem is it's just outside of generators, are we really looking to pop 2 of our monsters just to draw 1 card? Especially when you can't even use this card if you don't have multiple monsters on the field. Yeah, if your opponent destroys it, you can get it back from the graveyard, which also costs you another monster. But to really resolve the meat and potatoes effect of this card, you gotta have multiple monsters on the field to begin with. And to me, that feels like even more opportunities for this card to just be completely dead weight, something that you might not be able to use. Honestly, I think that Konami was on the right path with this card, but they should have increased the power of this card significantly. It should have been for every 1 monster that you destroy, you get to draw a card. Then this card, to me, kind of would have been really good in decks like generators. I think it could have been insane there. It would have been definitely something to consider in Unchained and Yang Zing and all these other decks. But honestly, this is just Duel Links stuff. It's not powerful enough, it's not fast enough, and the ceiling of the card is not high enough. It feels like a card that could be dead more often than you actually resolve it. So I'm gonna stay away from this card. Anyways, whatever you guys think of High Rate Draw, you leave that in the comment section below. Let's see how many times people bring up Duel Links in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.